All right, so let's get on with this. Here is the stuff from the drawings from the last video. And I'm going over some of these drawings and just seeing what I've got here, which ones I'm going to redraw. So I'll start with this one, and I'm going to redraw this guy's head so it's looking up a bit more. I'm repositioning his leg out so it's more slew-footed outwards as he comes down. Now in the original drawing I had him grabbing his knees as he came down, but I've decided I'm going to have his hands up in the air as he starts to land. So I'm just erasing a few lines that don't really need to be there that would get in the way once the next stage of cleanup and tightening up happens. Here I'm readjusting his shoulder and his arms to accommodate a little bit of perspective of that hand being a little bit further away from us as he tumbles over. Now, next thing is let's flip the drawings and see how the motion works here. So here I'm just flipping to see, does that actually work with the flip over, the turnover. As he comes down, he puts his hands up in the air, they drag behind him a bit. So here's my next drawing. This is where he lands. And what I found I didn't like about this one was his arm, his right arm, the arm further away from us. So I decided I'm going to redraw that down a little bit more and redraw that leg there. So he's landing on his toes basically. And there would be a drawing after this where the soles of his feet actually touch down and then he stands up. So it goes from that crouch down to a standing position. And like I said, these are all just my way of doing rough drawings. These would probably count more as layout drawings if we were actually in production. An animator would then go over them and loosen them up and redraw them basically. So here I'm deciding, well, maybe that leg should come out as he stands up to be in a more ready position. Like he's ready for something to happen. Somebody's going to further attack him. And I didn't quite like his arm position, so I've relaxed those down a bit. And I'm probably paying a little bit too much attention to his anatomy as I do all these rough drawings, but that's just my way. Your way would be to leave out a lot of stuff. So the next thing is that he's going to turn, and I'm figuring out here where are his feet as he turns. And there would be a lot of, not a lot, but there would be a few drawings in between here to show how he got to this pose, which there would probably be a very slight anticipation pose, and then the switching of his legs and feet over to this. It would probably start with his head and chest turning first, and then his feet turning afterwards. Here I'm putting in more ready position for his arms. Now notice I do his torso and his arms, and then I add the head. This is because I've drawn from the bottom up. I've started with his legs to keep him anchored, so I know where is the weight, where is he balanced, and now I'm putting in his hands here. And that far arm is okay, but I think in a later drawing I'll change it. Now here I'm having him crouch down to be even more of a ready to attack or defend position. And again, I start with his feet and work my way up. Here I've put his fist down below his knee and his arm, the other arm back as he crouches further down. And I just erased that so he's got a straight arm back. Now, this isn't timed yet. This is all just rough layout drawings, basically. And the next thing that will happen, this is where I decide, well, he should be just jumping straight up in the air off screen. No, not straight up. He's going to jump diagonally up in the air off screen. And again, I start with his legs because that's what's going to propel him up. And then I rough in where his arms are and his head. His head is looking up. So he's basically leaping up He's probably trying to latch on to a low-hanging pipe or something so he can further get out of the way or make an attack move. And here I'm flipping the pages just to see if that will work. And it seems pretty good. It seems like it'll work okay. Another clean sheet of paper down. And now this is just the whoosh going off screen and putting in some rough stuff here. So next one, when we come back, we'll do some more cleaning up drawings for this one. See you later.